Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Little Coffee Chats with Zach and Kaylee. My name is Zach Mann.
And my name is Kaylee Mann.
And we are thrilled you are here with us today. It is a beautiful day in Southern California.
Yeah, at least for us, it's a beautiful day. I don't really know about the weather everywhere else. I feel like it's cold.
Winter, never heard of you, don't know
Oh,
ya.
we don't know you. We've actually never met you. We have to travel to experience you this year.
I just saw that New York was going to get frigid again, like 17 degrees and then 8-degree wind chill. Yes. So
my seasonal depression would be hitting so hard if I were there.
it's in the 80s. All week, weekend, it was in the 80s in Venice.
I know. It's been summertime here. It's been so nice.
There is no summertime sadness. Is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, like, not to rub it in or anything, but we deserve this. It's fine.
But yeah, we are so grateful y'all are here. And if it is cold where you are, hopefully you are drinking maybe a warm cup of coffee. I am.
Me too.
What are you drinking?
I'm
What are you
drinking
sipping
just a cup of black coffee, hot black coffee. Cheers. There are some people though who are like dedicated to iced coffee and they have it year round no matter how cold it is outside.
Well, that's you.
But iced coffee for me is an afternoon drink.
Right.
It's not my first morning drink, but for a lot of people it is.
Oh.
I need something warm in the morning.
But what I like about you as a coffee drinker is that you will drink all the varieties. Mm-hmm. You'll drink coffee black, coffee with a creamer, coffee with a dairy creamer, coffee with an almond creamer, a coconut creamer, a whatever creamer.
Yeah.
You'll do an iced coffee. You'll do a matcha. You'll do an interesting new drink that could exist somewhere. You'll make like a dirty soda drink. You'll do a chocolate drink.
I'm very open. I'm very
You're
experimental.
Open. I love it.
I'm coffee fluid. Like
Yeah.
I'm just down to experiment and try something new. I mean, I have my go-to favorite is just regular hot black coffee with creamer probably.
At a diner.
At a diner, I would do it with no creamer though, because it's not going to be strong enough otherwise.
Yeah, I know. Well,
but if I'm out, I don't know. It's all about mood. And also if I'm traveling, I want to have what they're really good at.
totally. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned my lesson trying to force places to make me a drink that I like at home.
Right. No, don't even try.
Don't try.
It's not worth it.
Unless I go to Starbucks. And y'all look, I love Starbucks. It's consistent to what I like and I think coffee should taste like. However, I don't really get drinks at Starbucks anymore. I get drip coffee, certain types, dark roast, and I do a chai latte sometimes. I am not doing cappuccinos or lattes or mochas. Or do people even get
mochas?
Is the mocha dead?
No. I think mochas are going to make a comeback.
Okay.
I think that's going to be like the next thing.
Well, mochas were probably really big during a Love Story era. I bet you anything the mocha was big in the 90s.
No, I feel like it was like a skinny, dry cappuccino or something.
No.
Yes.
People won't even know how to say that kind of stuff.
Yes, they did.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, they did.
I'm going to look this
90s
up.
is low fat, so they're not having fat.
Okay, but so a non-fat mocha was probably huge. Come on.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe at Starbucks, maybe at your like first Starbucks in a Barnes and Noble, yeah, but like in New York City, no way. They're doing black coffee and dry cappuccinos. That's what I think.
You guys, I'm looking up. I typed into Google, when did the mocha peak?
Does it have an answer?
Yes, there is an answer. It's about cyclone mocha.
What?
There was a cyclone named Mocha that was a Category 5 equivalent.
Okay, this is just
in 2023 in Myanmar. So
all right.
I'm not going to
Never
spend.
mind.
I just trust my own judgment here. But you know what? You could be right. That I could be off by a few years, but I know that the Mocha was in, but maybe it was early 90s, like.
But you were also Pacific Northwest. That's so different from the rest of the country.
True, but non-fat mocha, I agree with that for sure was it. You're so right. Non-fat milk and then the chocolate drink. Classic.
Everything is non-fat.
Classic. Sugar wasn't an issue. It was the fat.
It was the fat. And the sugar was fat-free technically. Like people didn't think about how like your body processes and breaks it down or how it's stored.
Carbs are fat-free.
Well, exactly. Oh God.
A
Don't even get me started on the food cycles. I'm really fighting an urge to talk about the extreme thinness I'm seeing everywhere right now, but it's pissing me off.
Well, I want to talk to you. I saw a great, not to get way off track here, but obviously we're not the first people to talk about protein everywhere, but there was a guy I follow who was doing a breakdown on the aesthetics of the protein bar. and all the different like protein bar categories that exist out there. Like
and
the
how
OG,
ugly the designs
how
are.
ugly they are, but also what do they represent? What do they mean? How do you know what is good and what is bad? And not to go into all the things that he said, but he did start with the Cliff Bar as like one of the original healthy
I
bar.
lived on Cliff Bars in college.
Are they no longer considered healthy though? Like I'm confused. I don't really know.
Well,
what's
I think
going
the
on
Cliff Bar was always up for debate because the macros are more carb heavy than they are protein heavy.
there. The macros.
The
Explain.
macronutrients. So
what
like
does that mean?
fat, carb, protein. Those are the macronutrients. So people looking for a protein bar want there to be more protein than there is fat and carbs.
So ratio.
So it's more of an energy bar, less a protein bar.
Right. It's like a meal replacement while you're climbing a mountain.
Yes, that's the art. The art that's on the package is someone dangling off the mountain.
Is. I know. Okay, I now eat a lot of fiber. Not that you guys need to know all of this stuff, but I'm trying to eat lots of fiber, and so I eat the Bobo bar. And I guarantee you that if someone out there is into like look maxing and clavicularness,
what?
You know who clavicular?
What's that about clavicles?
Yeah, it's the guy. It's a guy. He's called clavicular.
Oh my god, no, I'm not on that.
You've heard of bone mashing?
No. Bone mashing?
You've never seen, I don't know, it's called bone mashing or bone smashing. Okay, Kaylee, I don't know why I'm being served this stuff, but luckily I'm being served it on the negative side, not the positive side. But there are kids out there, and by kids, who knows what this means? 1, 2. This is where I kind of start going, okay. But there's enough views on videos about this to make people talk about it. But I guess bone smashing is you take a hammer and you try to like create a better jawline by creating calcification in your bones. So if you like hit yourself enough times in certain areas, you can maybe kind of like enlarge parts of your face.
You're joking.
Oh, I'm not joking.
People are doing that?
Well, someone is doing it online that's famous enough. Like I said, how many people are doing it? Is it 1? Is it 100? Is it 1,000? I don't know. But there's a famous person who is doing it.
I mean, on the one hand,
someone becoming famous from doing it.
On the one hand, I'm like, finally, men understand that beauty is pain. And then on the other hand, I'm like, that is self-mutilation.
Well, right.
Without any like background on why that would be effective.
Right.
Like, I'm getting Botox, but there's research into Botox and what that does and how it works in people's faces over time.
Well, also, you're not giving yourself the Botox.
Oh,
you're going to a professional.
Absolutely not. I would never even, you asked me about microneedling this week and I was like, yes, it's effective. I'm scared to try, but I would never do it myself at home. These are not at home procedures.
Right.
None of this.
Well, hammering your face.
Hammering your face. No, I am horrified.
Yeah. So I don't know where were we going? Oh, my fiber intake. I know you guys were wondering.
How
everyone was wondering how are we going to get back to Zach's fiber intake? But I am consuming the Bonobo. Bonobo?
The Bobo bar.
Bobo? No, Bobo.
Bobos.
Which is if you were looking
God, everyone's going to turn this episode
if you were to look
off.
no, this is everyone needs to know. The macros on a Bobo is like probably all carb.
Yeah.
I don't think there's very little protein in it. But I think what has been amazing is that I've been taking those Bobos and I'm working on my cardio health. I don't know, some people follow my health journey. It's gone up so much in the last month.
Yeah.
And I've been like eating fig bars, Bobo bars. I'm eating literally carbs almost all day long. And I am seeing gains in strength, gains in cardiovascular strength, lung strength. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling better than ever. I am very hungry.
But that always happens for you when you start working out more.
Yeah, because my body, I'm a big guy and I burn a lot. And so it makes
your calorie burn is nuts.
Yeah,
and also like your body is just like, we got to burn. We got to grow hair. We got to grow nails.
Yeah.
Give me more food.
Yeah. No, my body on its own wants to do all those things.
Yeah.
It doesn't really want to like burn fat and get strong. But when I start burning fat and gaining muscle, it's also still trying to do all the hair shit. So it's really fucked up.
I'm starving.
But yeah, but the Bobo, so I eat oatmeal in the morning. We're going to go all the way. This really quick.
You eat 3 breakfasts every day.
I do about
you have for over a year.
2 to 3 breakfasts every day because I was taking antibiotics every morning. So I wanted to make sure I ate with the antibiotics.
Yeah.
But I don't think of my breakfast as being this, which is oatmeal. Who knows how much I'm eating? Half a cup, I don't know.
You do a tiny little portion.
I pour it into a bowl and I put water in it and I microwave it. And then I add either usually it's what is it? What did I put in there?
Flaxseed. Ground flaxseed.
Ground flaxseed, but we just ran out, so I put the Ezekiel cereal in, which has flaxseed in it. but
just the driest paste together.
A full banana and then honey. I don't think about the calories. This could be a pretty highly caloric, lots of sugar, lots of carbs, but I eat that. And then about 45 minutes later, I'm starving. So I eat like a bread, like a sourdough, like something. I try to eat like a really like, I don't want to eat like white bread, but like a rugged bread with butter and jam.
A rugged
and
bread.
Now I'm like prepared to maybe eat another breakfast or wait until lunch around 11:30, 12. But I'm up around 5 a.m., 5:30. So my first oatmeal is like at 6.
Where do you get most of your protein in the day?
So now I've been adding the turkey sticks.
Okay.
I used to eat only protein my whole life. And now I'm like,
and then you met me.
I have switched it to carbs. It's
I know.
crazy.
You run on carbs.
Because I used to eat protein shakes and protein bars. And I'm like, I don't want to eat things that are just that. I want to eat the food. You taught me that.
Yeah.
You taught me eat a whole food if possible with the thing in it. And that's going to be as healthy for you as you can have. And you know what? It's been great for me and my gut.
Better.
I don't want to put 40 grams of whey protein in my stomach at one go on a bar anymore. I used to do that. I'm done with that.
I don't even know how my body would try to process that. That's just like, ooh, scary. But back to the point of anything, which I don't know what your point was, aside from our bodies need carbs, is maybe that's where you're going.
I don't know. I just want to tell people what I'm up to. I don't know. I'm enjoying my coffee.
Well, oh no, it's the ADHD has kicked in. He's enjoying his coffee.
Excited.
He's buzzing.
I'm buzzing.
But
you also look so beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. I'm ready for camera today, obviously for our podcast, but I'm doing 2 auditions after this. So I was like, I had to put my full effort into it.
You know, I noticed, not that like we're the same by any means, you're much younger than I am. But when I look at the video side by side and how amazing you look, and I see myself, I'm going, do I need to start getting like makeup?
Oh, so you have some glam?
Because I just feel like.
They call it grooming for men, by the way.
Because it's just like the camera is rough.
Well, we have big lights on us.
You have natural light.
Really good cameras.
Yeah, but you have natural light that's really great, and you're getting some fill. But I'm just getting like this.
I spend an hour and a half getting ready to be on camera, and you spend 0 minutes.
Well, I spend 20 minutes trying to get this all ready, and then I'm sweating, and so then I'm like showing up as like red. I'm like red. I just feel like my color tone is just frightening, and you just look like perfect and bronzed and healthy.
Well, thank you. I have many layers of bronzing products on.
Maybe I just need to do that one time so people will then want to listen to my food advice.
If we just put like a tinted sunscreen on the parts of your face that are not covered in hair, then I think that could be it.
Yeah, maybe we should try that next time.
Yeah, I got you. We can try it.
Okay. Do we want to talk about anything important?
Oh my God.
This has been really fun, but do you want to talk about one of our favorite new shows really fast?
Yes.
And it just had its season. God, I love
oh my
this
God.
coffee.
You've had too much coffee.
I know. And I've been chugging it since we started. Traitors.
Oh, shit.
I
loved this season of Traitors. I'm so glad we watched it too. We were really dedicated from the start. Like we were traveling and watching it on the iPad to make sure we didn't fall too far behind.
Wait, where did we watch it at?
New York.
Cool?
We were in New York. Yeah.
Okay.
But the season finale, I mean, I am trying to become a Traitors buff.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, this is the best game a Traitor has played ever. And so, spoiler alert, I mean, I think everyone who watches, watched the finale by now, but Rob wins and he takes it all. And he makes a really good point where at first you're like, oh man, you're not going to share any of the prize or whatever. And he's like, I've only known these people for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hell yeah, I am so here for that. He doesn't owe anything to anyone.
Right.
At all.
It's not like he's like some pro athlete making millions of dollars a year. Like this is
No, he was
money.
someone who was on Love Island briefly, like for a very short period of time, and now can maybe do some like sponsored social media posts. But aside from that, what was he really doing? And he said, you know, this money can benefit my family and take us like really far. And, you know, I want to have kids someday and set up a future for myself. Yeah. He was in it to win it and he won it. And it's not like he's not deserving of the money. You're so right. It's not like he's even like a Tara Lipinski or something, which I would expect to like donate the money. I don't really know though.
Right.
How much are the Olympians making at this point? I don't really know.
They're doing it. No, but you're totally right. I feel like there's this absolutely, I
like
kind of
Lisa Rinna, what would she have done with the money?
Right. Well, I think there's these cash prizes just aren't big enough in my mind. Like, swim out to this buoy for $500. I'm like, they're going to do it because they're on camera and don't want to look like they're like lazy. But like, I think these shows should have way larger cash sums.
We always think that with any of the shows, including Love Island, because it becomes such like a minor part of the show. Right. I forget about the cash part.
Yeah, there should be no money at the end for Love Island.
No, because they never. Yeah. Do they even win money? No, they always choose love anyway. It's like, it's not enough to make a big dent after taxes. Right. Maybe it's different for the Love Island kids because they're in the UK.
I mean, look, I want them to get money, but like they should just get that. Each cast member should just get paid like 30 to 50K regardless.
Right.
To be on the show, right?
Is there a base like they're getting salary that they make to be on the show?
On Love Island, yes, they must be getting a base salary.
And then for
just Traitors, like I got paid on Real World.
For Traitors, because of like SAG, would they need to be paid something?
So yes, for Traitors, for SAG, there's a couple ways to look at it. I'm sure we could easily look it up right now and go, that's the rate. But they're probably all, it's called MFN, Most Favored Nations, where if like a Lisa Rinna goes in there and she goes, I want to get paid this. Okay, Lisa, great. And then
everyone has to get
Dorinda paid goes, well, I want to get paid what Lisa gets paid.
Yeah.
And then they go, okay, great. And then someone's like, well, shoot, I already made my deal that was below Lisa, but mine was MFN, Most Favored Nation. So now I bump up to Lisa.
Okay.
And then they get someone else and they go get paid more. And then every time the contract gets created, they can keep going higher. So my guess is there's some like flat rate they've all felt is a pretty good deal.
Okay.
And that no one's able to get MFN, or maybe one person gets it. I don't know, right? Let's be real. I don't really know.
Yeah.
They won't tell us. But my guess for the Traitors, they're getting paid more than just scale. Which scale on that show would be around $1,000 a day.
Yeah.
My guess is they're going to get like a weekly rate regardless. And a weekly rate is probably closer to like 4 to 5. Mm-hmm. And then I think they're probably getting 2 to 3x on that. So my guess is maybe they're getting paid $10,000 to $15,000 a week that they're there.
Okay.
Is my guess per person.
Yeah, that, so it's like that sounds right.
And then some may get guaranteed fees. Like for the Real World, the challenge is all the veterans were like, well, if I'm on the show for one episode and lose, I have to still make X dollars because you're going to use my face to promote the show.
Oh, true.
So I want a guaranteed, no matter what happens, I get a rate.
Yeah.
And like Johnny and those guys were doing that. So my guess is Traitors are similar. They go, if I go home day one or I go home day last,
right,
I get paid. So I feel like there's probably a flat rate at this point. It's been on enough times. They all have agents. They're legit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What did you think about Rob taking it all in the end?
Oh, I loved it. I think for some reason, I wasn't really thinking that far ahead. I was just thinking that he wanted us to win. So no matter what, he would just kick Maura out at the end. And then he would, but then, oh shit, that made sense that like, if he had convinced Maura, then he could get Eric out.
Yes.
And then he'd be by himself.
Yeah.
And then they'd pretend that they are good and then they'd get all the money. So I was just a little bit like, don't really know the show very well.
Yeah.
To follow all that. But Maura, her face.
I was trying to anticipate what her reaction would be. And I thought, like, I know she can be a really fiery Irish girl. Is she from Ireland?
Yeah.
Scotland. Ireland. Irish girl. And like, I've seen her just kind of like spout off before on Love Island. And I thought maybe she'd be like, oh my God, like have this big reaction. And the reaction she had was heartbreaking to me. This like beautiful deer in the headlights, like just so completely shocked.
She was a deer in headlights being hit by the truck.
Oh, she was.
It wasn't the deer in headlights that gets away or the car stops. She was smacked.
She was being trampled by the Mack truck. Yeah. It was really so sad to watch. Yeah. And like she's like, I think I'm just in shock. Like, and she was just in shock. And eventually she kind of gets back into her own body and her own personality. And we see more of that. Like, you're an asshole and like, you're never going to get a girlfriend after this.
Yeah. Well, the two of them had some pretty good chem. And I was thinking, are they going to like maybe be a little item, like they're going to win together, and all of a sudden they're hanging out. I think that was part of the fun
of watching the show is to see like, are they going to kiss?
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking that for a lot of the show.
It was just like a very yeah.
Well, what the two of them are on that helicopter, it's like one of the final episodes of The Bachelor or Bachelorette. You're like, this is like their date and they're having their big adventure date and the adrenaline is making them bond even more. And maybe something romantic will happen. And maybe, I don't know if Maura would ever admit it, but maybe she was kind of thinking in more of like a romantic vein too. And like hoping for something.
Well, she was swept up in the whole moment, of course. And like, you feel really connected and you're...
Again, you're in isolation for 3 weeks and it's like you and this one person like gonna win it all. That's what you think.
Yes.
I could see that starting to happen. And then in the moment after you learn Rob is a traitor, that's when you wake up and you go, oh shit.
Right.
I'm an idiot.
I mean, yeah. Because you're thinking to yourself that you're like, I'm beautiful and wonderful. And of course this guy wants to be on my side because we want to win together. And he's like, no. And you go, all those things that you've had in your life that you felt like you weren't good enough for or whatever kind of come flying back in.
It doesn't matter how beautiful you are. Yes. You're not immune to assholery.
Yes. Oh my God. It was so good. I still see her face. And Rob was like, it was so hard for Rob to have to tell her because it's like, it also all of a sudden became real for him to be like, well, here's the deal. And what does that look like from her side?
Yeah.
He can say it and just hope she's like, cool. But yeah, I thought it was a great finale. It was a great season, great cast. Did not watch the reunion, which I think got a little out of control. I think at one point I was told or I saw.
They always do.
I gotta watch.
Well, Maura and Rob are going to be on Watch What Happens Live on Wednesday.
Oh, great.
So we'll see how that goes.
And Rob, we liked Rob on Love Island, but he isn't like a huge personality. So a show like this is a great show for him to kind of just do well in, but like he's not some guy that's got all this charisma that will like crush it on other types of things.
So true.
So this is a cool sunset walk for him.
Being more reserved naturally and being like an observer worked to his benefit in the game, which makes him a good star of this show. But it doesn't work on kind of anything else.
Which is why the money is really valuable because there aren't a lot of places for him to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, look at like Alandria's of the world.
Unless he goes into like acting or something. Like, I don't really know what his...
great actor. I don't know.
Who knows? I mean, he has a great face, so...
But lots of great faces out there.
No, I don't know. On screen, I'm just thinking, what else could there be for him aside from him?
You could be a pool boy for Lisa Rinna forever. We know that for sure.
I love their like bond, their friendship.
Him, yeah. I think also part of that with Maura was like, I can understand how all the women were probably talking about Rob and probably the men too. And then when you're like the chosen one, it makes you feel really good. And also it's like, it's the wrong thing to think about. You should never think about that on this show.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing. Like you have to just, and that's why he was a perfect person to pick. I mean, I don't know if the producers really knew what they were doing with that pick, but like, I'm sure they probably thought, oh shit, he's going to win. Like he's just so charming and handsome and quiet.
I bet they knew early on.
They're like, this guy's got a great shot. And I didn't think that like the Eric pick made a lot of sense at the moment, but what a great choice at the end. It was awesome for him.
Is your sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It made sense. Eric he wasn't entertaining. I don't know what he brought to the show aside from being a really great pawn for Rob.
Right. And that's what he had. That's all he needed. He had the 2 votes. He had the pawn and Eric, because pawn. He now has a traitor, and then he has Maura. Mm. So in a lot of ways, he kind of had 4 votes for a while, but he knew he could kind of control.
Yeah. Well, it was great. We'll see how the season with regular people will be.
Yeah, with you, hopefully. All right, you're also watching. So we're going to do a little recap on the shows we're watching because we haven't really talked about a lot of them lately. But
I'm also watching American Love Story about JFK Jr., played by Paul Anthony Kelly, and Carolyn Bessette, played by Sarah Pigeon. And
tell us everything. What do you think about it?
I love it. I love it so much because it's shot very similarly to, it's very early 90s. So it feels like all of my favorite rom-coms and like movies from that time. Not so much TV shows. I don't think TV shows are really shot in this way, but it feels a lot like the films that I love. And obviously, like, it's a cross-section of all of my interests. Celebrity news, fashion. Carolyn worked for Calvin Klein, love, romance, and hot people. So
and New York City.
And New York City, which is just like
Rich New York City.
Rich New York City, very important. As much as I love Rent, I also want
Right, yeah. But both sides of the spectrum.
living in the upper echelon.
Yeah.
Echelon. It's very well done, I think. And I remember when the first images came out from their screen test, and it was like, whoa, that's not it. Like her hair was wrong. The outfits were really wrong. And I think Ryan has talked about this, where he was like, we took that feedback and went back and they adjusted her hair, which is stunning and perfect. I think her name is Carrie Hilson, Carrie something. She actually was the very first person who ever did my highlights in LA, but she did the hair for her. And she also does the hair for Baby Jane Doe. Our favorite doctor or nurse, I should say, in the pit. But anyway, they nailed the wardrobe. They went back and they got either the exact pieces or as close to the exact pieces that they could get that Carolyn actually wore. And so there's the accuracy portion that I'm loving. There's Paul Anthony Kelly as JFK Jr. is even hotter than JFK Jr. I mean, and you worked with him on set.
I did, yeah.
In what year was that?
Years ago, over 10 years ago now.
Yeah. He comes on screen, you go, oh,
okay. Very handsome. Yeah, he was an Old Navy model, still maybe actually. And I was doing behind the scenes videos and made a really cool video with him and other models from that shoot. And we stay in touch a little bit, but nothing crazy. But when I saw all of a sudden, I follow him on Instagram from then, and all of a sudden it's like he's being cast on the show, and I'm like, holy shit! Like to go from like being like a model who's doing some commercial work, but like nothing like that. I mean, this is a break of breaks. This is like all those kids from Friday Night Lights.
Well, this is something I've always respected about Ryan Murphy. And this is like same with the Glee cast, where it's like he will comb through all of the talent that needs to be combed through. He posted this yesterday about how they were like down to the wire. They knew Sarah Pigeon was going to be Carolyn Bessette pretty early on. Like after she auditioned, they were like, well, duh. But they were like about to start production, maybe like a month out from production or something. And they still didn't have their JFK Jr. And they were like, they had just seen so many auditions, and he was like, okay, show me every single person who has auditioned for this. And they like start combing through all of the auditions all over again. And Paul's was apparently like kind of grainy, not very well lit, but like there was just something there. And he looks so great that they called him into audition in person and like kind of like worked with him. Like, and every time he came back, it was just like better and better and better. And then they were like, well, this is him.
Great.
As an actor, you're like, oh God, I would love for someone to see that in me someday. Right. But like the fact that is what happened for someone like this for such a big role. And I just love seeing that Ryan Murphy like will do all of that to make sure that it is the right person.
Well, it seems like what's really cool about that show, we're talking about, what's it called?
American Love Story.
Is that casting him reminds me of the casting process for like The Pit, where they're also looking for and getting auditions from everyone and anyone, and they really want to make it feel authentic and real, which means you can't really cast a lot of known actors. You already had Noah Wyle.
Yeah.
Everyone else really should be fresh or as fresh as possible to feel authentic and whatever. And boy, oh boy, did they do well.
Yeah.
Including one of my friends, Casey Rogers, is in the show.
Yes.
And I want her to have a bigger part, so we'll see what happens by the end of this season.
Oh, I guarantee the groundwork is being laid right there.
Yeah, her. I think so too. I hope so, at least. Yeah. But we are, those shows always, there's something very special about them. And what it really reminds you too, for these actors, is that you have to be willing to grind it out.
Yeah.
To work, have trust in the process of like just stick with it, because the opportunity can come around.
Absolutely. And Paul, this was like, he's been auditioning for 12, 13 years.
Yeah. Well, one of the leads in The Pit was just a server. Mm-hmm. And then boom, gets the call of like, hey, don't forget the Friday Night Lights kids, like their stories are like really incredible. And they were younger.
John Hamm,
John Hamm.
The thing is, you've got to be in it for the long game, not the short game at all.
Yeah.
It's like, but then it's about how do you have a sustainable life surrounding that?
Well, and like the Nepo thing too. It's like a lot of these the most fun stories are when it's not a Nepo kid.
Yeah.
Where their stories, like they're working their asses off, doing auditions, working as a this or a that, a dog walker or that, whatever. And then boom, they get the job versus like the Nepo kid is like, and then like, I was just like, it just makes you really, really appreciate the stories of the random person who just believes in themselves.
Right. Whoa. Imagine that.
And it could take a decade or two or 3 or 4. And you know what? Maybe forever. You may not ever get that role, but you loved it. Hopefully.
Yes.
The process. Because that's all you can really do is just the process.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, the other thing that came out this week, which was another of our passions, is music. Mm-hmm. We haven't really talked about music in a while. Did I talk about Lady Gaga last week even?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, anyway, Spotify just released their list of like what they rank as the 100 best pop songs of the streaming era. And they define the streaming era as January 1st, 2015 to present day.
All right.
So it had to have been released on Spotify at that point on. Okay. And there are a couple other factors that it's like not just how big it was in the moment, but how it's like maintained relevancy throughout that time. And like a couple other things that they've like defined. But their top 10.
So let's go from 10 to 1.
Okay, so from 10 to 1. 10 is No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande.
Amazing track.
Love that song. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. I knew you would have that response. I knew it. I think it's a fine song, but I'm also just like, will we care about it 10 years from now? I don't know.
Billie is a massive star. I get having a Billie track.
You always have to defend your opinion.
I'm just shocked that it's that track.
I know.
It's not, I think it's annoying over time.
One Dance by Drake.
Yeah, I mean,
love. Yeah,
so good.
Makes sense for me.
I feel like he's also like the most streamed artist in Spotify history or something like that. He Taylor
could be.
Go back and forth or something.
Green Light by Lorde, which is not the song that when I saw Green Light, I thought it was, give me the green light.
No.
Right now, I'm ready to go right now. But that came out in like 2005.
No, which Green Light is it? Sing this one. Hum it.
Oh no! Now that I have,
you have to hum it for us.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Kaylee's really good at humming songs, and I am like the worst. I could hear a song, and then hum it to somebody after even just hearing it, and then they'd go, "No idea." I have absolutely no ear.
Makeup in somebody else's car.
Yeah.
Those gray whites, they have big teeth, and they bite you. And then Anyway,
Green Light.
And then Sorry by Bieber.
So good.
It ain't too late now to say sorry.
You mean the headliner of Coachella?
Yes. Which I don't know what kind of
song.
show that will be, but I love that song. Yeah. Run Away With Me by Carly Rae Jepsen. I don't know this song at all.
What number is that?
It's number 5.
I love that that's number 5.
We love
for what?
I want to cut to the feeling.
Oh,
that's our favorite Carly Rae, I think.
Is it? Call Me Maybe is probably my favorite.
Yeah, but I don't know. Cut to the Feeling is just it just has so much like fun energy.
Well, I miss Siesta Key, but
Don't Start Now, Dua Lipa is number 4. Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift is number 3.
Makes sense.
Makes sense to me. Pink Pony Club by Chappell Roan, number 2.
Huge.
Hell yes. And then number 1, Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. And that makes so much sense to me because that song took off because of how good it is, but went as far as it did because of like the virality of it.
Yeah.
And of just the Spotify linking with TikTok, linking with like everything all at the same time. But that's also just like one of the best songs ever written.
I agree. I think that song is why I feel like it's impossible for an artist to ever live up to that again. It is that good. Mm-hmm. And it's also that good because it's the era that the artist themselves is going through that exact moment. Everything about it is so authentic. Oh. It's just spectacular. And all of us can see the imagery and feel that moment too when we were once that age. And it's beautiful. I would love to see a show of just her singing that song over and over again. Like
Yeah.
that's how good it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old. It is a perfect track. And I think a song that reminds me of that for an artist that's going to be really hard is Man I Need by Olivia Dean. Speaking of Olivia's, because that wasn't on purpose at all. But like you go, man, that track is so fire. Good luck.
Yeah.
Living up to something like that again. And it takes a very special artist to keep doing that. And Olivia Rodrigo, I think, has made other songs since then, but I am totally on board that being the number one song.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't know if I would have put it there out of my own judging and ranking, but honestly, it
makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me.
Is there a song that should be on there that you think of that you go, wait a minute? Well, first of all, how is The Weeknd not on there?
I know, because The Weeknd has
Blinding Light.
So many of
literally the number one or number two
Spotify songs.
Blinding Light. And well, that was what wasn't Blinding Light the song that didn't get Grammy nominated?
I think so, and it was like the number one song of the year.
What are we even doing here? Yeah.
Well, I would love to see Beyonce up here in the top 10, but I don't. But there isn't really one of the streaming era.
She's not a streamer, which is crazy.
She doesn't care about that. It's really much more about the body of work as a whole, as an album, it's just so interesting to me that there is never like that song that becomes.
First of all, don't forget, streaming era equals young people with accounts that are streaming. So like it makes sense that a lot of these artists and their songs are like younger artists versus like an older. I mean, Carly Rae Jepsen. But you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
It's like streaming is deceptive to be the end all be all of like anything, because we know that as we go further and further along, more and more people sign up to have streaming accounts. What's wrong?
I thought I was touching your foot, but it was my Birkenstock.
Okay. More and more people and younger people are getting streaming. And so like, obviously artists like Beyonce start getting like shifted further away. Even like Taylor Swift gets shifted just because the younger kids are like, Blackpink or BTS or like younger artists, which makes sense. And it's like, it's a shift versus.
I will be forcing my music taste onto our hypothetical one child.
Yeah. But so it is still but like Beyonce like has never really streamed like fantastically because of that. She has other places that show off her mega strength.
Well, also I wonder if the title of it all kind of affected that, because there were certain albums that you could only stream on Tidal for a while.
Oh, for sure. Well, Lemonade, how old is Lemonade now? Is that 2012?
Lemonade is
no.
Well, there's Beyonce, and that was pre-streaming. And then Lemonade was 2015,
like think
2016.
Like, I mean, Single Ladies would have been.
Oh, Single Ladies would be number one.
Well,
as much as people don't want it to be, because it is a bit of a grating song.
But like songs like that, yeah, for sure. And maybe even like Taylor songs from that era too. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, we should do a ranking of what the 10 songs would have been for like from 2005 to 2015.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, hello, favorite era.
Yeah.
So good. Overall, I also, there's no Lady Gaga, which is also surprising to me.
Not surprising to me.
But again, if it were like if 2005 to 2015, we would have Paparazzi on here for sure.
Probably. Exactly.
100%.
Right. That's
going this way.
That's the thing. Like Olivia Rodrigo as Driver's License literally hits streaming era at exactly the right time.
Yes.
With a song that's exactly the right song. But then
you're like
going Paparazzi is out before people are, she's selling albums with Paparazzi, but not selling
right.
streams.
Yes. The album sales for sure.
Yeah. Like it's just different. So it is just like an interesting thing to think about streaming versus everything else. But it's a fun list to look at. I wonder what that will look like in the next 10 years. Like, what song will stick around from that list in 10 years from now?
I think Driver's License will still be on it. That's for sure.
I think so too. I think Olivia Dean for sure. I'm actually shocked that Adele's not on there, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know where Hello is. Because I think Hello is, one of those songs.
Hello, I was working at E at the time, so I think it was 2015.
Maybe like right on that cusp.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Adele's kind of an artist where it's like if she's not out in the public eye as much, like with a new project, I feel like maybe people aren't like listening to Adele around the clock. It's so emotionally charged. It can be like a little difficult for that.
Well, great. That was fun.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for your favorite segment, Angel.
Sip on this. Sip on this.
Sip on this.
I don't know if you knew this, but the song that we use, that doom 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 doom, is now on a commercial. It's
Oh
being
yeah,
used
you said
for
that.
like Sony. It's like a car commercial.
We found it
Sony.
first, Sony.
Yeah. Okay. We are using it license free before you were using it. Like,
Zach like knows the catalog. Of
no, you know what's so funny?
It's
Being used as like a bad song on the commercial. It's like this bad song, and then it's like then they press a button and like the better song comes on.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa. I thought it
Well,
was really funny.
whatever. Okay, aside from fiber, what are you sipping on this week?
Damn, I wanted to use fiber as my sip on this. Okay, I am sipping on spring training for baseball.
Ooh.
I am really excited to be watching baseball games that don't matter at all because the last time I watched baseball, it was extremely stressful. I was going through a psychiatric episode probably without knowing it. And I was getting heart palpitations and stress. And now I get to watch stress-free exhibition baseball. These guys are in Arizona having the best time. I want to go with you maybe next year to Arizona and go golfing, eat great food,
Spa.
go spa, catch a game, have it be super low stress. Like that sounds so fun. I love watching it. It's like when I was a little kid, I wanted to go to Peoria. That's where Arizona. That's where the games are being played. It's near.
When I was a little kid, I dreamed of going to Peoria.
No, I honestly I went there one time and it was magical. So now I'm just watching it. I'm going, wait, I can go to Arizona.
You can literally go to Arizona.
I can literally go.
For some reason, it seems easier to us to go to Paris than to Arizona.
Oh my God.
What's
easy.
wrong with us?
No, Peoria sounds actually kind of hard now that I said Peoria versus like just Phoenix. Like, wait a minute, how do I get to Peoria? But like, yeah, we could drive our car if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
We could just drive.
We could drive. We could take Dolly.
Take Dolly, stay in Palm Springs. Anyway, the point is, baseball's almost back. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to be insufferable as a fan. And it's just exciting. Spring blooms eternal. Is that the phrase? Spring breeds. I don't know. There's a phrase that's really good. I am the weather, the sunshine, baseball is back. It is March. This is my era. This is my zone. I need that sun up early, the sun down late. I don't do well in the darkness anymore. I'm a sun child.
You are.
So
my dad in the winter, in the harsh Cincinnati winters, like I would get, it was not named yet, but seasonal depression. And we would have like this countdown where I would be like, Dad, how long is it until spring training? Cause like,
no way.
Once spring training started, I was like, okay, the weather's going to turn. Like this is a good sign. And he would be like, it's 40 more days.
And of course your dad knows.
35 more days. And it was really helpful. So I have an affinity towards spring training. Just a very positive feeling.
So we got to go. Okay, well, that's easy then. We'll go. Okay. What are you sipping on, my love?
That's such a great question. What am I sipping on? Okay, actually, what I'm sipping on right now is showing up for your friends and like realizing when it is your season to do so.
Oh.
So, and I've been thinking about writing about this, which I'm sure I will at some point, but I'm in a season of life where I can travel to go see my friends and to celebrate my friends.
Yeah.
Whereas my other friends are not in that season currently. You know, have friends who became mothers over 10 years ago, and I have friends who have recently become mothers. And my friends who became mothers 10 years ago, like, are now able to go travel and do girls' trips and show up for fun things. Whereas the friends who have just become mothers can't do that right now. So A few weeks ago, I went to Chicago to go celebrate a friend's baby turning 1. I finally got to meet him and like be with her and her family again. It was just so amazing and so nice and fun. And I was in Chicago for 48 hours, less than that. But it was like fun. It's like, I can do that right now. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. And I'm about to go to Ohio to go drive up to Youngstown for Kelsey's baby shower. And it's just so exciting. It's like, I'm in a place where I can do that right now. So, and last year I could not have done that with other things that we had going on in our lives. Yeah. So this is just like a season of saying yes. And I'm really excited to be able to show up for people and just have fun together and celebrate like these really beautiful moments of life that aren't just weddings.
Sure.
You know, it's like there are so many other things to celebrate too. And also, I have a friend who just got a flat for the first time in a long time. And I think friends who are in their 30s and have like big career things or getting a new place or whatever, please have registries because I want to buy you things that you need for your home. Registries should not just be for babies and weddings.
Yeah.
So sip on that.
Sip on that. Sip on us wanting to get you shit.
I want to get you shit.
I want to get you shit that you use.
Jinx. Oh, what a perfect way to end this episode.
Oh my God. People.
The mind meld.
It's the constant.
It's the 3 cups of coffee.
I love it when people can see us do it in real life and then they go, oh my God, wow.
I think they're going to vomit in their mouth.
No.
But no, they can. It's just real.
They can sip on it. Okay.
They can sip on that.
All right, you guys. Love you all. Thank you so much for listening. Kaylee, I love you.
I love you.
Have an amazing trip.
Guys. Thank you.
So next week we will have a delayed episode, but we will, don't worry.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Don't worry. I want to devote maybe all of next week to the show Neighbors.
Oh, that and also the Oscars are the 15th. So we got to talk about that.
So fun. Yes,
yeah, we have to do our predictions. We're almost caught up on movies.
Great.
So we could do that.
Yeah, we saw Hamnet. Oh boy. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, all right.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.